So for the word problems, there are 4 formulas that you will be given, but you need to know when to use which one. So if you see the word compound, you're using one of the top 2. So when I scan the 4 problems, I see the word compound pop up in the bottom one. So I know that's going to be one of the first 2, and I see the word compound pop up in the second to bottom. When I read this depreciation problem, I don't see the word compounding. So right off the bat, I know when I read this problem that it's got to either be A equals P times 1 plus R to the T or 1 minus R to the T. And obviously if something is going down, decaying, it's going to be the minus one. And that is why I use the A equals P times 1 minus R to the T. Then you plug numbers in. So P is the principal, the starting amount, 22,500. Then it's 1 minus R. Remember though, in your R spot, you wouldn't put 25. You have to move the decimal 2 to the left, so that's why we plug in 0.25. 1 minus 0.25 is 0.75, so we have 22,500 times 0.75 raised to the third power, 3 years. Make sure you do 0.75 raised to the third first, hit enter, then multiply by 22,500. It's roughly 9,492. And for this top one, they already give us the equation. So they're saying T's years since 1990. What's the population in 2007? So you don't plug 2007 in for T. You figure out what to plug into the T slot. It's 17 because 2007 is 17 years after 1990. So then when you plug in 17, because that's 2007, 17 years after 1990, the start year, you do base 1.0128 raised to the 17 enter times 29,816,591, and you get about 37 million and change. Now for the bottom 2, you see the word compound, so you have to decide which to use. The second word after I see compound, I scan for word 2. I look for the word continuous. If I see continuous, it's the PERT one, P-E to the R-T. That's the continuous. So I scan for the word continuous. For the bottom one, it says continuous, so we know we're using that formula. We notice for the second to bottom, it doesn't say continuous, so I don't use that formula. I have to use A equals P times 1 plus R over N to the NT. It's the other compound formula. So let's look at the bottom one first. That's easier. So the principal, the starting amount was 2,200. E, number in your calculator, but it's also about 2.7. Raised to the rate, again, we don't plug in 3, we plug in 0.03. We have to move decimal 2 to the left. Times T, 15 years. Order of operations is critical, so we do 0.03 times 15 is 0.45. E to the 0.45 times 2,200 gets us about 3,450. So then for finding account balance, we know that since it says compound and it's not continuous, we're using this formula over here, P times 1 plus R over N to the NT. Now the N is how frequently something happens. So N, if it's monthly, there's 12 months in a year, so our N value would be 12. So in this N slot, we put 12 and 12. For quarterly, there's 4 quarters in a year, so in the N spot, it's a 4 and a 4. Now they're saying how much do we have after 1 year? So in the T slot, in 1 year, T is 1. Then our principal, what we start with, what we deposit is 3,500. That goes in front. Then we have 1 plus our rate, 2.5. If you move the decimal 2 to the left is 0.025. Then just make sure you're doing order of operations. So first you simplify inside the parentheses. So 0.025 divided by 12, enter. Add 1, enter. You get 1.00208. You raise that to the 12th power, enter, then you multiply by 3,500, and you get about 3,588.57. For this other one, 0.025 divided by 4, enter, add 1, 1.00625 raised to the 4th, enter, multiply by 3,500, you get about 3,588.32.